Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Zoran Asman, and today we're going to be talking about climate change and global warming. Now, before we get into why most physicists think that climate change is a real thing and the phenomenons behind it, let's talk about global warming. Now, what is global warming? Global warming, according to NASA, is the increase of Earth's average surface temperature due to rising levels of greenhouse gases. Now, what are greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases have carbon, and second to it comes nitrous oxide and nitrous dioxide and things of that sort, and then some smaller gases as well, like methane. So these all come together to be known as greenhouse gases because it has something called the greenhouse effect on this Earth. What it does is, just like a greenhouse traps heat inside it, the greenhouse gases also work the same way by trapping the infrared radiation that is being emitted from the Earth's surface. Now, all the heat that comes from the sun is not in the form of infrared radiation. Much of it is visible light, some of it is ultraviolet as well. It enters the Earth's atmosphere and it is emitted back into space. What happens is that many of these gases intercept the rays and absorb it instead of letting it go. And since our consumption of fuel derived from carbon has increased in the past decade and also in the past centuries, what we did was we increased the amount of greenhouse gases that's present in the atmosphere. And because we increased the amount of greenhouse gases that's expelled into the atmosphere, we basically retain much of the infrared radiation that we emit out in the first place. And what happens due to that is the slow increase of temperature of the Earth's surface. Now, this has a number of effects, like the melting of glaciers and things of that sort, which causes a rising of sea levels. Now, a question arises when we deal with this type of situation. Some scientists have made concerns about the astral bodies having an impact on the Earth's surface. Sunspots and solar flares have more of an impact on the environment than what we use as daily consumption here in the United States or anywhere around the world, using carbon-derived sources. Now, according to the Scientific American, a reputable journal, this is what it states. We still have a lot to learn about this phenomenon. Many climate scientists agree that sunspots and solar winds would be playing a role in climate change, but the vast majority view it as very minimal and attribute Earth's warming to emissions from industrial activity, and they have thousands of peer-reviewed studies to back up that claim. Ironically, the only real way to prove whether or not these astral phenomenons, like solar winds, will have any actual impact on the Earth's surface is by reducing our carbon consumption. Regardless of your opinion on this issue, it has to be acknowledged that people are being affected. So there you have it, the physics behind climate change and what most physicists think. And if you're interested in further reading about these solar winds and astral phenomenons, whether or not they have an actual impact on the Earth's body and things of that sort, check the description below. And everything that I've claimed is in the description as well. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.